12 years. Can you imagine living in pain for 12 years? That was the story of one woman, a woman without a name in the Bible, but a woman whose faith moved the heart of God. Let's take a journey back, not just to the time of the Bible, but to an old African story, a place where traditions run deep, where people live close to the earth, and where faith and fear often walk side by side. In that village lived a woman. Her clothes were worn, her eyes tired, her body was broken. She had been bleeding for 12 years. Not a cut, not a wound, but a flow that wouldn't stop. A condition that made her unclean. In Igbo culture, she would be called Onya Adraho, someone with a bad body. People would avoid her, whisper behind her back. She had no husband, no children, no friends. She used to be full of life, dancing at festivals, trading in the markets, singing while grinding millets. But now, all she knew was silence, shame, pain. She went from one problem to another, from one solution giver to another, from one person to another, spent everything she had, tubers, clothes, even her mother's gold necklace, hoping for healing. But none came. Instead, her condition got worse. Her heart ached, her spirit was crushed, but something deep inside her refused to die. A tiny ember of faith still burned. A small voice whispered, "Don't give up." One morning, as the sun rose over the red clay roofs, a sound swept through the village. "Jesus abiago," which means Jesus had come. The same Jesus who healed the blind, who raised the dead, who touched the untouchable. Hope stirred in her chest like the first rainfall after a long dry season. But how could she approach him? She was unclean. If people saw her, they could stone her. But her heart said, "If I can just touch the hem of his garment, I will be healed." She wrapped her old scarf tightly, covered her face, and stepped into the crowd. People were everywhere. Traders, mothers with babies on their backs, elders leaning on canes, all pressing around Jesus. She pushed through, slowly, carefully, each step a baton, each heartbeat a drum of fear and hope. And then she saw him, tall, calm, eyes full of peace, clothed in a white wrapper. Her hands shook as she reached out. She didn't grab, she didn't shout. She just touched the very edge, the hem of his garments. And in that moment, she knew the bleeding stopped. The pain faded. Her body felt whole again for the first time in 12 years. She froze. Joy battled fear in her chest. Then Jesus stopped working. He turned. "Who touched me?" he asked. His disciples looked around. "Master, everyone is touching you," they said. But Jesus knew power had gone out from him. The woman wanted to run, but she couldn't. She stepped forward, trembling, knees weak, heart open. She told him everything, and then Jesus smiled. He didn't scold, he didn't shame. He said, "Daughter, your faith has made you whole. Go in peace." Daughter, for 12 years, no one called her that, but Jesus did. She came as a broken woman. She left as a daughter of the Most High God. This story found in Mark chapter 5 from verse 25 to 34. and Luke chapter 8 from verse 43 to 48 isn't just about healing. It's about hope that refuses to die. It's about faith that pushes through fear. It's about a God who sees the outcast and calls her daughter. You may feel like this woman, unseen, afraid, forgotten, ashamed, broken. Maybe your pain has lasted not just for 12 years, but long enough to feel like forever. Don't give up. Keep believing. Keep trusting God. Even if all you have left is the strength to reach. Reach out in faith. God is not far. He sees, He hears, and He heals. Sometimes the greatest miracle is not just the healing, but the faith that kept you standing until it came. Keep believing, keep trusting, keep working, keep reaching, keep loving. Your healing is closer than you think. God bless you.